Hello and welcome to the Pause program. This is Pause Lesson 7. Today we are learning about self-awareness, noticing and becoming aware of emotions and sensations in our body. You will know that you're successful when you know and understand what self-awareness is, recognize the different emotions and your emotional triggers. Why is this important? Developing the skills to pay attention to how our body feels, allowing us to pick up warning signs of subtle moods and noticing, and enjoying and nurturing our positive feelings are all important life skills for us to have. Now, to help us develop this, we've already learned a skill, which is called the Pause Detective, that we learnt about in the Brain Basics. The Pause Detective enables the students to pay attention to different signals throughout their body because they've now understand that it's linked directly back to the emotional part of their brain. And upon paying attention and noticing those signals, they've been taught to learn to include a pause process to help settle themselves down. So it's a brilliant self-awareness tool as well as a self-regulation tool. Now, on your screen, you can see a storybook called Exploring Emotions. It's a mindfulness book that is being written by an Australian gentleman, and it's an excellent book that teaches the kids to pay attention to how they're feeling. And the terminology he uses in the book is called internal weather. We have included the whole concept of internal weather into this lesson, you will see. Here are some other YouTube clips that you can watch with your students, working on their feelings and how they feel and linking it to the brain. Here you can see the internal weather map. So we talk to the students about their own internal weather station and how they can use the weather symbols to articulate and communicate to the people around them, particularly the grown-ups, on how they are feeling. For some students, they would much prefer to use the weather terminology than to use the correct terms such as I'm angry or I'm frustrated. So throughout this lesson, they actually get to play with it and explore using this terminology. Also that I would like you to communicate with your students that it's very important for them to realise that they can't always be happy, that they do have ebbs and flows in life, and that there are going to be some times when they're not feeling so great. And having the ability to communicate that to the loved ones and the grown-ups around them so that they can help them to work through whatever their feelings are is a wonderful thing for them to do. There's a couple of great questions down the bottom of this page that you can talk to your students about, like involving them to think about, well, so what part of the brain causes the internal weather to change? And how can we become aware of our internal weather? And the links that the students often make back to the Brain Basic lessons is absolutely fantastic. This page shares with you some body scan meditations that are brilliant to use with your students. The Smiling Mind one, which is included in the years 3, 4, and 5 and 6, actually is an internal weather meditation. So the gentleman on the mindfulness, on the meditation YouTube clip, talks the students through his body, through their body in a body scan, and asks them to think about what internal weather symbols they would use to describe how the different parts of their body are working. The kids really enjoy that one. And here is a body scan, pause body scan map. So this is a poster you can have in your classroom, and we have a blank, a black and white one that you can print off for students to fill in. And it's an excellent activity to do after you've done the meditation, and they can sort of, put different weather symbols or scribbles or dots throughout their body to communicate to you how they are feeling in different parts, different areas of their body. And this is also an optional activity that you can do with your students, again, out of the booklet. And it's drawing facial expressions to represent the feelings that they see. Thank you very much for your time today, and I hope you've enjoyed Pause Lesson 7. Thank you.